America First agenda for the people.
Joining me now is the Georgia Congressman Jeff Van Drew. Congressman, I want to get your thoughts. I also wanted to kind of get your take on really what this whole process has exposed. And there are certainly some of your colleagues, whether it was in the House or the Senate, that were not on board. And it took a lot of wrangling. It took President Trump really coming in to finally say, you've got to get this done. All the back and forth we saw last week. I want you to listen to this one more clip of Mike Johnson talking about kind of that division in the GOP and how he plans to handle this. Watch this.
I don't make deals, never have, since I became Speaker, which is why I'm still surviving with the gavel, right? You have to find out where people's red lines are and navigate through that with what we've had as the smallest margin in U.S. history at most points along the way. But we got it done. No side deals. What the extra time was, we needed that for people to process.
Congressman, your thoughts?
Well, there were no deals, but the thoughts and ideas of different members were brought into play. So I think that was really important. It was a process where we all worked together. I was always sold on it. In the beginning, though, I had some concerns as well, and we straightened some of those concerns out, and we were able to move forward. Let me be clear about this. We have to be on the offense as Republicans. I mean, you keep hearing the Democrats banging away. Nobody is cutting Medicaid to anybody that is qualified. The Democrats voted to have the largest tax increase in American history by not continuing the Job Cuts and Tax Act. The Democrats voted against wage earners that get tips. The Democrats voted against seniors that get Social Security. The Democrats voted against those across the board who are working middle class America. We have voted to help them. And when it comes to Medicaid, the work requirements are not onerous. They're not terrible. Yeah, I saw Madeline Dean on there. Yes, some people are working already. They're going to have no problem at all. They're already working. Things are going to continue as normal. And everybody else, if you don't want to even work the 20 hours a week, you can volunteer. And if you don't want to volunteer, then there are other ways you can go about it as well to make sure that you fulfill those requirements, like actually not only volunteering in your community, but by other methods that you can fulfill those work requirements, like being online, taking high school courses or college courses. There's no reason for anybody who's on Medicaid, who's doing the right thing and deserves it, to be hurt. And they won't be. And they ought to cut it out because they're scaring people.
Well, Congressman, I'm glad you brought that up. I want to follow that up because, there's this very lengthy piece in the Wall Street Journal. Here's the headline. You respond. Health care cuts in the big, beautiful bill affect Americans. Millions lose coverage. Hospitals' uncompensated work will increase. Insurers losing big business. Ro Khanna yesterday coming out and saying there's going to be tax increases on health care. The bill only benefits the richest 50% in this nation. That's the messaging that is being thrown out there, whether it's from the Journal or from Ro Khanna. The reason I ask you that is because this is what will likely feed into the midterms next year.
I know. And who are the people? Let's really talk about the people that are getting the benefits out of this bill. No tax on tips. Are they the wealthiest billionaires? Those are waitresses and waiters and other people that are tipped. When you talk about some of the other benefits too, Social Security, almost 90% of seniors are not going to be paying taxes on their SS anymore. Are they the wealthiest billionaires? Then let's talk about some of the other benefits of the bill, which goes towards child tax credits. People, when they have children, are going to get the credits. Are they the wealthiest people? They're middle-class American people. It is about time that we took care of them. They're breaking their back, making this country move. They're breaking their back trying to make a living, and they always get the short end of the stick. And by the way, the tax cuts are going to go into place, immediately. But the other changes in Medicaid, if we see some problems or some issues, we can always look at that. We can always correct it. They don't even take effect till 2028. Nothing's going to happen tomorrow. Nothing's going to happen next month. So let's everybody calm down. But let's be clear. Democrats voted for the largest tax increase in American history on middle-class Americans, and they voted against giving middle-class, hard-working Americans tax cuts that they need in order to survive in this economy.
Congressman, what other cuts do you want to see happen? This process is not over. We've had lawmakers tell us on this program that they're not done. They're being very clear. We're not done. There is more to do. Mike Johnson has said there is more to do. What are you willing to push for as far as cuts go?
Well, Some of the things that the president has done by executive order really should be codified into law to make sure that they are actually done. Some of the green energy stuff, there's no, you know what, I'm not against green energy, but I'm against paying for it. Do we pay for, gas pumps? Do we pay for other forms of energy? Do we subsidize that? No. And some of it just went to connected people and connected companies that weren't doing the right thing. So those areas we have to look at, codifying those executive orders to make sure when we're spending American people's tax dollars that we're doing the right thing, but not hurting the middle class. That's the thing. We know what President Trump is, and I believe I'm the same thing, a populist Republican. That means that you're conservative, you believe in a strong economy, strong borders, strong military, not all the nonsense they were putting into the budget, and it's worse than nonsense. It was really horrible for Americans. You don't believe in that stuff, but you believe in taking care of people. We didn't want to hurt Medicaid. Do we want waste, fraud, and abuse? No, we don't. And there is some waste, fraud, and abuse. And if you are, by the way, the only people who are going to have work requirements are people that are single, without kids, that are able-bodied, that are able to work. Not the disabled, not the seniors, not people that have health problems or other issues or have children. Come on, what are we talking about? There's nothing horrible in that bill. People are just making things up to try to scare the voters. It's good politics. It's bad public policy.
Congressman Jeff Van Drew, it's always great to speak with you, sir. Great state of New Jersey. Thank you.
Thank you.
We've got a lot more coming up. Take a look at futures. Dow's up by 31. NASDAQ and S&P slightly lower. President